morning Lego magazine review. Jump on in and let's talk about it. So here we discuss all the Lego Star Wars and other magazines, Lego magazines that Lego has made. So jump in and let's chat about it. So last couple of days, I decided to start doing a review of all the Lego Star Wars magazine I have and all the other magazine, not just Lego Star Wars mainly minifigures as opposed to mini builds. As you can see the mini build on there, which we'll talk about in a second. It's a great magazine. It's been out since 2015. Absolutely great magazine. In part where you can get minifigures, not mini builds, minifigures for a price that you wouldn't normally get it outside of a set. When you buy the set, obviously a set may cost you, the cheapest set right now, because Lego is way up there. Cheapest set you can probably find out there is maybe $10, £8 maybe. The cheapest, maybe, I don't even think you can find, I'd say 15, let's go $15, 12 pounds or more, all right? But here we are, 2025, Lego has come a long way, you know. They're doing what they do. And if you don't have the money to pay for it, you have to find a way of getting what you want. And if you have a chance to get it this way, which is a lot cheaper than getting a full set if you just want a minifigure. If you want a set, that's totally different. You go for the set. But if you just want a minifigure, I'd say this is the way to go to get a particular minifigure for a lower cost if you're just collecting figures. As you can see on today, this edition, limited edition, we got Vader here, and we have a snow speeder. So jump in and let's talk about it. Also, I want to say I do a live stream every day of the week. It's called Live at 5, so you put notifications on for that. If you live in the East Coast, New York, you may get that about between 1 and 2. If you live in Europe, you may get it about 6 o'clock. And if you live in Great Britain, obviously you'll get it at 5. So without further ado, hey Renee, what's up? Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? May the force be with you guys. That's what I say to all you guys when you just jump in. Anyway, so I'm a big, if you look on here, I want to say also I'm a big Boba and Jango Fett fan. I have every single Boba and Jango Fett that was ever made. Okay, so if you ever want to see Boba or Jango Fett, let me know, and I can let you have a look at that. Benvenido. Okay, yes. Right, so let's just check it out. So on the magazine here, we have Rebel Snow Speeder. Over here, you can have a chance of winning these. And as it says, cool gift. Let's check out the back. As you remember the last one yesterday, they had stopped putting the instructions under the packet. Before, they used to put the instructions inside the packet. Also, one thing where they have changed, they stopped making these out of plastic. Okay, let's check out the price and see the date. So on the price here, we have $3.99. Again, this is where I said you can get a minifigure for a very cheap price. $3.99, which is $6, depending on, the time and the money. $6 for a minifigure, which is really good, as opposed to buying a set. And this one came out December 16th to January 2016. So let's check out inside. It comes with a puzzles, posters, and a comic, and you get the minifigure too. Later on, you'll see some of them come with double. You get a bonus minifigure with the package. So let's jump in and let's talk about it. Nexonites. So also I'll be doing a little series on Nexonites because I'm doing every type of Lego magazine. When I say Lego magazine, again, comic books. This is a sort of comic with the poster inside, not the hardcover, the usual not the usual. This was first, not first, but came out after. But since they came out with this, they had Nexonites, they had Friends, they had Minecraft, they have Adventures, they have Batman, DC, Spider-Man. So they even have City, so you guys know. So let's jump in here and see what we got. They actually stopped making Nexonites, so if you do have that, that's rare collection. Okay. Here we have Snowspeeder. And they also give you a little glossary of, they've changed this, they called it profile, and now they said, they changed it up a little bit. Okay, so let's check it out. So they give you the information here. Length 5.3 meters. Maximum speed 685 miles per hour. Weapons, dual laser cannons, harpoon, and a tow cable. Crew 2, special features, pilot, co-pilot seats, back to back. Okay, and there's the build again. The build is sort of like when you look in your advent calendar, sort of like that, basically toy. It says the 2 pilots that you got in there. All right, let's turn it and see what we got. So if you guys remember this series right here, you had a chance of winning this series over here. And on my channel, I want to also say on my channel, I do giveaways. If you guys check for that, like I said, it's at live at 5. I do giveaways of these magazines. If you become a super fan, or if you join the membership program, so watch for that. You can get this absolutely free if you join either of those. You have an opportunity of getting this. Okay, the magazine with the minifigure, different ones. This is not. I'll just hold this for a second, guys, and I want to show you basically what I don't really give you these. I give you the one where you have a chance of getting a minifigure, as opposed to. So I'll just show you here what's your opportunity of getting, not what's on there. This is just for the. So you'll be have an opportunity to win stuff like this. So you'll get that new 501st clone through, but you might get that specialist, right? This is the sort of stuff you'll be getting. Not that. This is mini builds. You'll be getting minifigures. Some of them come with dual packs. Some of them come with single packs. But again, it's a cheaper way of getting a great fig. Okay. So let's jump back inside, and tons more. Not just that, tons more. I also do giveaways of special things, which I do in malls, down the streets, and stuff like that. So check it out. So again, over here you had a chance of winning. This is series 2, if I can remember correctly, of the bills. All right. If you fill this out, answer the correct answer and send it in. So let's jump in over here. So we have a battle going on. The Millennium Falcon is coming in for a landing. And let's jump in further. And they're having a little powwow. The whole crew layer. We have CP30. We have the whole bunch. Chewie. Everyone's here. Luke. So they're having a chat before they go and make that attack, that famous attack that they did. Assault. And he's giving them the schematics over here. Somebody's making noises, so he said, shh, quiet. Okay, over there. And they're off with the X-Wings. And we have some buzz droids trying to wreck the ship. And they did. They actually annihilated the ship over here. Say again. Your minifigure no builds. Yeah, minifigures no builds. But if someone wants a build, they can have that. I don't have a problem with that. If you join my top tier and you send a message in the obviously this private message on Google Message, right? So the email address, so it's private. If you send it and you wanted that, I can send you that if you win it. Right, so here we have a TIE fighter, the newer model TIE fighters. Actually, it looks like the older model. But you can see Obi here with print on the leg, so I think it's the newer model. And it blasts his ship, and he's out in space. And Vader's actually the one that blasts him. And here we have a little search. So what you do, you search and match the droids, right? And Astromechs. It's called Astromess. That's funny. And you can see all the droids here, okay? The only R2-D2. There's only one. So you need to find it in the bunch. Okay, let's turn and see what we got over here. So he's out in space, which is very curious. I didn't know Jedis can breathe out in space. That's just very curious. And he grabs a ride onto Luke's ship and zip. The TIE fighter is going to the Death Star. And they blast Vader's ship. And another TIE fighter shows up. Again, I want to thank everyone for jumping in, guys. Thanks a lot for coming in. Yeah, absolutely funny, right? Yeah. He's absolutely funny. So he grabs his lightsaber and some fruits. He's chopping fruit in the air. I don't know. It looks like some sort of orange, right? Definitely looks like an orange to me. I'm not sure. Okay, and he uses his lightsaber to smash the Death Star. That's pretty strange. And after they won that battle, as you know, everyone got a medal. They didn't give a medal to R2-D2. That was very curious, right? And if you notice, they didn't, it's only 2 people got medals on them. Everyone else But they took part of it, right? They did. And there's Vader hiding back there. What is he doing there? And he said, I'm so proud that my son, look at this. Look right there. He said, I'm so proud that my son is, what's that? Oh, it's a pumpkin. Yes, absolutely. It's a pumpkin. You're absolutely right. Right. So they have two comics in this one book. They usually do. So this is the end of it. And he says, no. Okay. And let's turn. Again, I want to thank everyone for jumping in. Did you guys get this ship? Did anyone of you guys get the ship? What do you think about the build and the? I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I wasn't too impressed by it, so I didn't get this one. But the minifig that came, Jakku, was pretty cool. The Thug was pretty cool because I bought that separately. See, things like that you get in these magazines. So you'd have to pay whatever price this set cost. I think it was 18 to 20 or 25 at the time. And you could get that minifig for £5. So that's pretty good. Okay. So Ray's speeder. And let's move over here. So here we have the first order speeder. I did a mini, I did one of these. I did that on my last vid. I just want to show it to you guys here. I have it someplace because I did that yesterday. Here you go. So here's the regular one. That's the regular first order snow trooper. And I'll show you the, let me just find the one I did yesterday. Should be right here somewhere. Yeah, should be right here. Here we go. I do also, so let me just grab this out of here. I also do, can't seem to locate it in the bag. I'll just put that down so it's easier to get, and I'll show it to you guys. Need to use both hands. Here we go. Yeah, and here's the commander. So here we go. So that's, as you can see, it's the commander there. So you get, I got this one, not that one. I got this one in one of the poly bags that I picked up in Brussels. In the magazine. I can't remember what issue that is, but this one came from a set. So, yeah, so that's the kind of stuff you get in there if you do go out and buy those. Okay, right, so let's keep, and you have the first order transport here also. I never bought that also, but so it's not a bad set. What do you guys think? Let me know. So on this side, again, they do give you, see now they're using profile again. Darth Maul, so they give you the profile. You have Maul with the hood. Then you have Maul with horns. And you have Maul with severed legs, metal legs. So here's his bio, race. Right, he's a Sebak. Right, and height is 1.7 meters, and weight is 80 kilos. Affiliation is Sith, and weapons is lightsaber with 2 red blades. Yeah, the speeder is nice, right? Speeder is pretty cool. And here we have the infamous Rancon. I actually have one of those, and I'm trying to pick up a second one. These are, let me know if you have that in your collection. These are, I like what they did. They didn't just make a whole bunch of them, right? Like you always see the Rancon in everything that had to do with Jabba. That was really cool. So it made it sort of rare and exclusive because of that. So that's a good thing. I have one. I was very fortunate to pick one up with a set, the original set, not the second one. So that was pretty good. All the minifigures. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. So so the one we saw earlier, there you go. Print on the legs with the whole robe. See the robe there? See that there? Print on the legs. Let me just move it this way so you can see the print on the legs. Because I'm also doing some shorts with that one. Right, let's turn it over and move to the... Right, I didn't say that. So it comes with a centerfold, and this is the centerfold here on this one. So you get that also. Straighten that out so you can see it. Yoda. And let's turn. And obviously that's Luke fighting the Raccoon. So you can get double side. So you can put it portrait or regular. Over here we have a puzzle, which it does come up with a puzzle. You cut these out and fill the slots in. So you get that little game there, which is pretty cool. And let's go on with the next magazine. So sometimes the magazine run double of just Star Wars, and then it has mixed in with Rebels and different ones. All Goods comes from above. Let's check it out. So they're featuring the ship right now. All right, First Order ship and the Ghost. And some TIE fighters coming after them. And let's turn and see what we got next. Over here, we got Zeb, who's flying it at this point, it seems, and they shot one of the TIE fighters. And another one has appeared, as they do, and they hit by the First Order ship. And the Dark Trooper, wow, Dark Trooper there, guys. Sorry, Dark Pilot, not Trooper, Dark Pilot. What do you think about that set, guy, with a Dark Pilot? Let me know. Here we go, and it's landing. The Dark Pilot is holding on to the side, and he drops off, and he lands on his head, Goofy. And we move on. And the walkers got blasted, and the other one took a shot at the ship, which is very, very strange. What do you think about that? That's really strange. Okay, let's move on and see what else we got. Ooh, we know this guy has shown up. The Inquisitor with his lackey shown up. And they're having a serious fight with Kanan. Was any one of you guys fortunate enough? Yeah, Walker looks different. Yeah. Did you guys have a chance to get that black haired Kanan? If so, you are holding on to a really nice minifigure there, exclusive, well priced. If you had a chance. Also, you'll see I have a Kanan. One of them I have with Kanan also. The magazine came with Kanan later on in the series, guys. So again, there are tons of things, but it's not the black-haired one, okay? It's the brown-haired one. I do have the black-haired one also because, again, I'm a collector, so certain minifigures. I was fortunate when I bought that set to get that, and then they re-released the set, and you couldn't get it again, which made it exclusive. So the TIE fighter has crashed because it got blasted, and as you can see, the fruit that they were always looking for is on there. And here's another puzzle with a bunch of walkers. We got the ATST, we got the ATDP. I personally, I built the ATST a few times. That 101, 10189 is it? Can't remember now. I built it so long. And then the AT, which is the motorized. That one I still have. I don't have this one anymore. And I've only built that once. And here we have another game mystery. You have to basically decipher this right here with the Inquisitor. See that cool Inquisitor with print on the legs. Love that. And here we have Ezra. Another game. And let's check out the next page. So basically, this is a test on, like I said, if you join my super fan, so they've used the word there. So you have to figure out what's what on this. Okay, you have CP30, you have a First Order, Clone Trooper, and you have Yoda, Darth Vader, you have Anakin, Leia. This is another exclusive here. If you have that, that's pretty good. And the second Yoda, because you know there are 3 different Yodas, actually 4 different printed Yodas. Anakin again, and you have Jar Jar here. And a couple of books to collect, weapons, moving target, and smugglers. Over here at the back, they usually show you what's coming up next. Okay, 2 great comics. So it says, biggest gift yet. I think it's the biggest gift yet because it has the most amount of pieces. So that's probably it. And you get the answers here of all the questions that you got inside after. And next issue comes out on the 20th of January. That's what it said there. But as we know, this is a 2016 magazine. So, and then you get this cutout of a mask that you can make and put on the back. Or you can do the Vader side also. So that's the review, guys. Episode 5. Thanks for jumping in, guys. I'll be doing one of these every morning. So check it out. Again, right now, if you want to see any I'm gonna do a little bonus right now. I'm gonna show all the, everyone stay on. I'll show all of the Django and Boba minifigures right now. So if you just stay on, I'll show you every single one of them. So if you guys want to make a request in any order you want to see them, we can do that. If you want to make a request. Chicken, what's up? You good? Good to see you on there. Yeah, so if you want to see any particular chicken, oh, thanks a lot, chicken. Thanks for that. That's absolutely amazing. You have an opportunity to become a super fan, opportunity to win one of those. So I'll just put these on here, guys, so you can have a look. I'll need to raise that up a little bit so you guys can have a look at this. I'll just put some, so I'll show you guys all of these. I'm just trying to find, I'll use one of these, sets that I have here, because I got tons of set. I went out and got this. Actually, well, obviously you guys know this came with when you got that special, right? So I'll put it on the top. I'll move this out of the way, and I'll give you guys a look right now. I'll turn this on, and I'll put them on the top, right, guys? So just Yeah, so that will turn around like that. Hopefully you guys can see it there, right? And we'll start off with the earliest of them, right? So we'll go back all the way back to 2000 first and have a look. Sorry about that, guys. This thing just moved there. I apologize. So let's have a look at the first one, 2002. There you go. So that's boba. That boba came out, as you see it, I got on it at 77144. You also got it. That's the original gray. You also got it in Jabba's sail barge. The original throne room, you got it in that one. All right, so I'll bring it a little closer so you guys can probably see it better. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, that's the first one. And let's move on to the next. So here we have the next one that came out in 2000. And what do you guys think the next one is going to be? If that's the first one, the next one, the most expensive one out there right now. Can anybody give me a comment on that and let me know if they know what's the most expensive Star Wars Lego minifigure is right now? Does anyone know? Fun with BB guns. Oh, I like that. I like that. Does anyone know? Hi to you. Does anyone know what fig that is? All right, I'll just bring it out and I'll show you guys. So here we go. The printed arm Boba, 2003, set number 10123. And as you see, I usually label it because I want to keep it like that. Fun. Yeah, man, Cloud City. Yep. Okay, so that's that one. And let's move on to the next. So I'm just doing this bonus because you guys are special. And I'm a big fan of everybody who jumps on. Let's go to the 2009. As you see, the gray is different again. That's the 2009. Bye. Have a great day, great night. Okay, so that's your 2009. Okay, so guys, we will complete the showing of this on the next episode, which is tomorrow. Every day I do this. Okay, guys, so jump in and check it out. May the force be with you guys.